Well, hello, and how's everyone doing? I hope you had a great Christmas and a great new year. We are into 2021, which is, how long does it take us to start realizing it's 2021 and filling out the right dates when you have to write things down? But we are into the new year, and this is the teaser video for the first Sunday of the new year, January 3rd. And as we think about this teaser video and we think about the message coming up um, and where I'm going with this, I want you to think about who do you really respect and who are you really in awe of. Um, I just don't know. I've seen the old videos of when the Beatles arrived and how the girls would scream and faint and pass out, and I've seen that when fans have met their idols where they just can't control their emotions and they totally freak out. So that is the idea of all or respect, and you may respect someone who has started from nothing and achieved great things. You may respect the lessons your father or grandfather or grandmother or mother taught you, and you have that type of respect. That's really what I want to talk about this Sunday is respect and awe. I will be honest, I'll be sharing this a lot. I'm not one that easily gives out respect. I mentioned that this past Sunday, talking about when my time in the military and stuff. You had to respect the rank, but to me, the people I really respected, there was a CW4 when I was stationed in Hawaii named Jack Wilson, and I had the utmost respect for that chief warrant officer. And if any of you want to pull me aside and ask you to tell you the stories, I can tell you a big reason why. And I respected him as a leader. I respected him as a person. He is someone I respected a lot. And in the business world or in other situations, I saw leaders or people in charge who didn't support their personnel or employees or have their back. And the chief warrant, I have a really good story on how he just respected, our backs. And at that time, I was an E4 shift supervisor, and I ended up being an NCO by the time I got out. But it was something that just kind of just showed me really how true leaders and how I respected him. So one of the things when I was in position of leadership in the civilian world, working in the business world and having employees under me and managers under me, or time in the military, I to truly have respect, you have to be willing to do everything you ask your employees to do or your soldiers to do. You have to be willing to do it beside them and show them and say, hey, I've been there, I've done this, this is something we have to do. So with that whole idea of respect and all, I've met celebrities. I've been friends with people who've gone on to be the tops of their professions. When you think of professional athletes and stuff, I've never been one that would fawn over or feign over. I may follow. I'm very big in sports, so I do follow sports teams, and I've gone and seen sporting events and watched the team, and I've always kind of been more team oriented in that. When players come and go, it's not like I really follow the player. I always kind of followed my teams. But when we think about respect and all, we're going to talk this Sunday about Joshua chapter 5, verses 13 through 15. This is Joshua chapter 5, verses 13 through 15. And we're going to really talk a lot about respect and awe. And I'm not one that when I talk about the church and respect and all, that I think the church should be so silent you can hear a pin drop, because I don't think that shows life in a church. Life is the sound of children. Life is the sound of people, Christians coming together in fellowship. And if it's some laughter and if it's all that. So I'm not one of those that's into high church where it's very liturgical, very structured, and very, when you come in here, you sit down, your hands on your lap, and everything has to be peace and quiet. And if you've been to any of my church services, that's definitely not me. But I think there still can be respect and all. There's, I try to make sure when we do things like the ordinances, we have a respect and all part of that. But when you do some things like feet washing or something, at some point you do have to instruct the younger people how to do that. And if it's if it's the respect and awe or the chance to teach some young person what it's about, I'm going to always go to the point of teaching, um, so they can teach a younger person, and so on. So to me, there is a point for each. But when it comes to God, and when we talk about his son Jesus and the reverence that we should have for them, that's not a certain time of the week type of thing. And Joshua, in the passage I showed, or was referring, chapter 5, verses 13 to 15, Joshua shows his respect and awe. And I think that's going to be a good lesson for us. It's going to be, hey, it's the beginning of 2021. It's a new year. Let's lift our spirits. And, hey, I may need you guys to help lift my spirits too. I'm one of those people, when the weather gets cold and dreary, I don't know if they call it winter blues or whatever. I always find it a little harder to do things that I can do easily when the weather's warm. So sometimes I get in a funk. If you see me in a funk, just kick me in the butt, tell me to get moving, and it will be warm again soon. I kind of went out today on my run, and it was 34, 35 degrees. That felt pretty nice compared to some of the days we've had recently. So I look forward to seeing those who can come and worship with us. Like I said, I look forward to those who can come and worship with us, or if you're just watching the video, until we can see you again. So I look forward and I will see you soon.